Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Wednesday market webcast. Okay, so look, you can see just with the daily chart, the thing I want you to focus on right now is the size of this daily candle. It's not big. It's been an incredibly tight Globex. Here's the hourly chart, and you can see it's just here. And that, look, it's the week between Christmas and New Year's. We talked yesterday about how you have to go into this with reasonable expectations. And reasonable expectations are there's going to be times in this tape when it is not going to want to do a damn thing. There are going to be times when it wants to be more active. There were a couple of really good looks yesterday. Off the open, we were able to get some things done yesterday that were, actually pretty solid. It was a 20-plus handle day, but there were also periods of time during the day yesterday where it just didn't want to do anything. And you have to let it not do anything. So all we really do there is we just carve out some no-trade zones and we just wait and see what it wants to do, if anything at all. You've just got a whole bunch of traffic here. It's here, I'll tighten this up one. So you got the weekly pivot here. You got the hourly mid-band. They're both locked up in the 38.58 area. This is the 9-day that's up above. Then you get the 50 and the 100. And you're making this series of higher lows. We talked about this yesterday as well. Here, here, and here. So, look, before we all get too bared up or too bulled up, a couple of things are happening here. There's a couple of things that aren't happening here. The bears continue to miss out on excellent opportunities to dump this market. They have another opportunity here. Because look, maybe it's a bear flag and it wants to break down. Well, look, if it's a bear flag that wants to break down, then break it down. I'm just not sure there's enough interest in the market this week to accomplish that. At the same time, bulls, you're building on a series of higher lows. Lift out of the compression, take out the flat line area from the night before and this resistance area in and around 39.20 from late last week. Get back on top of the 100, go deal with the daily mid-band and see where we are there. Not sure they have the energy to do that either. If the answer to both those questions is no, then it's going to be a tight tape, which you would expect between Christmas and New Year's, even bleeding into the first week of January, which is usually also pretty dead. You've got volume weighted average price. We're printing that right now, right around 38.60 half. Proprietary moving average is 38.62. So for me, 58 up through and including the 5-minute mid-band and the daily pivot, 65-ish, 58 to 65 really has the potential to just be this little game of Pong that, will certainly could last into the open and maybe bleed through the majority of the day. I expect it to be choppy. I expect it to be whippy at times, and pretty darn indecisive. Plan for that. Be pleasantly surprised if all of a sudden it wants to be volatile, and we'll take advantage from there. Okay, but this is not a point in time in the year. This is not a point in time in the market where, you need to be doing a ton, that you need to be trading a ton. Get what you need, if it's willing to give you what you need, and move on to the next day. That's all you can do. We got 3 days left in 2022. And, as we wind down into the end of the year and we get into the new year, it is always, always, always the season of people wanting to make big predictions about the market, about we're going to this, we're doing that, we're going to hit, all-time highs, we're going to hit all-time lows, we're going to do this, that, and the other thing. That is all just nonsensical crap that people do to get views. Most of the people that do that stuff really honestly have no freaking idea what they're doing as far as trading a tape is concerned. Most of them are just bearish all the time or bullish all the time and just sit there and squawk about their book while they bleed out on their puts or their calls all day long, because they're contrarians and they just that and the other thing. The only prediction I will give you guys, and we'll talk about this as we get into the end of the week, the only prediction I will give you guys about 2023, and I'm not going out on a limb because there's no need to go out on a limb, 2023 is going to be pretty damn volatile. Just like 2022, 2021, 2020. The volatility is not going to subside because you've got a new interest rate environment. You've got everything that's still going on geopolitically, this, that, all of it. It's just gonna continue on through. There's no reason for the market to take a nap in 2023. So my suggestion for 2023 is that you hone in on your risk strategy, that you decide what your goals are going to be on a daily, weekly, and monthly and yearly basis, and that you go ahead and you hit those markers and you build those bricks, because that's how you actually grow an account as a trader. Not becoming some long or go put your jersey on for the Bulls or the Bears and become some honk for one directional trading. 2023 will not be a one directional deal. It may be for a little while, but but then you're going to see it go in the other direction. 2023 has a huge opportunity to be an outstanding trading market for folks like us, for folks like Princetontrader, where you've got volatility. I mean, 2022, so was 2022, 2021, 2020, all of it. I don't think you're going to get insanity volatility like 2020, but I do think you're going to get plenty of vol to get done what you're going to get done, and certainly it's not an environment where the tape is going to go to sleep. So again, what's your risk strategy? How are you taking profits? What are your markers? How are you measuring success? Are those reasonable goals? Or are you walking in, sitting down and going, I'm going to do 40 handles a day. That's great. I want to be a fucking astronaut. But you know what? Most likely, neither one of those things are going to happen on a consistent basis. Don't set yourself up for failure with unreasonable goals. So we'll be talking about that in the room a lot this week. And I'll be talking about setting yourself up for 2023 a lot on the webcast this week and as we head into next year. But, be prepared for volatility. Don't worry about what's happening, thousands of handles away. It's not going to make you any money today at all. Not a nickel. And you need to be very leery of people that are throwing that stuff up, for consideration, in December of 2022, because it's just, it's worthless. All right. Everybody have a fantastic day. Be safe, be healthy, take care, trade them well. I'll talk to you tomorrow.